Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay.
And it's Lucito.
And it's been a while since we did this episode. Unfortunately, I have not been feeling well and some of our schedule was not flexible for us to meet up. But here we are after Halloween Eve. As you can see, Lucito is...
And I was like, we missed Halloween once, so I had to represent a little bit. I think that's what I wore on Halloween when I went to a Halloween party.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
But a lot of cool activity happened on the wrestling community. One thing that's kind of heartbreaking for me is that the local pro wrestling show that I was supposed to go on the 29th, it got canceled, unfortunately. But they do have another cool show. Live Pro Wrestling is doing a show on November 12th at the Warwick area. I forgot the location, but I seen the card and it's looking good. It's looking good. So hopefully that show does not get canceled because I like watching local wrestling show. So what to talk about? We are going to be doing our Crown Jewels prediction. That's going to be happening this upcoming Saturday, November 4th. And it's early in the day. So if you have Peacock, don't wait till the nighttime. I think you got to watch it around like noontime. Mm-hmm. Like it's like noonish. You should be able to see the beginning or somewhat of the show because over there it's already going to be nighttime, and we're going to be giving our prediction. But let's see. We got to congratulate the new women NXT champion. She beat Becky. Her name is escaping me as I'm talking about it. To be honest.
So she is.
Even you forgot
Valkyrie,
yes. Valkyrie surprisingly beat Becky Lynch for the NXT title. Honestly, that to me, I don't think if you were like using FanDuel or any betting app that you were going to predict that she was going to win that match. I don't think no one would ever saw that coming. But that was a good swerve. That was a good surprise. So congratulations to her. I believe Hashida. Did we talk about Hashida being the 3-time women champion?
Yes, so she beat Saraya on, I think, before we went on the slight break.
Yeah.
And basically that's her new reign as being the 3-time champion.
So there's 3-time first 3-time champion. We got to congratulate MJF this past Dynamite ship program. Collision.
Yep. Saturday.
He beat Kenny Omega and continued to be and became the longest and reigning champion of AEW history, which is kudos for him. I think that's pretty dope.
I feel like that one, it was a good match. It was in right there, and I think it was Mohegan.
Connecticut, yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing
Frank went to that show. Yeah. Shout out to Big.
So the only thing I would say, like, good for both men. Good for MJF. That he had a match of somebody of that quality. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, I don't know if it's a booking thing, which we always mention, or if it's just like, it just happened. But I feel like that's a pay-per-view type of match. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good for TV and stuff, but it's just like, I would have liked that, get money out of it. Like, at least a pay-per-view out of it.
Man, but they got money, but I understand, like, the pay-per-view money. I feel that. I believe is that it was scrambled, first of all. It was out of the blue because MJF was working his story with Bullet Club Gold for his 4-on-4 match. I think it was elimination style. Last person standing wins the AEW championship belt. So that was still in the work. And then Kenny came out of nowhere and then challenged him for
out of nowhere.
Reign for title, which, surprisingly, but that's AEW. They do that.
Yeah.
I think they did that back in WCW time, like when someone just show up out of nowhere and you'd be like, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah, because I know he was asking for help. I know he ended up having that claim be in the group to help him. Because I was like either the Young Bucks.
Episode
yep, I'm like either the Young Bucks or I know the Kingdom. They would have 3. But, those are the teams that are in the mix with him in the story, but ended up being the claim. But unfortunately, they didn't get the win, but it was good.
So he lost the belt?
No, he did not lose. So it was a 3-on-3. So it was MJF had to go against Juice Robinson for the ring, so he retained the ring.
Right.
So then now it was
Juice
a
Robinson.
yep. So he won the battle royale for the ring. So MJF beat him, and then it was a fatal, well, basically 4-4, just for a regular match. Because I know in Full Gear he's gonna go against
Jay White.
Jay White for the Triple B. Yep.
And the more we learn, bro,
Yep.
the more we learn.
But at least I like that MJF. I think Max Caster likes him. Nobody else likes MJF.
That's been on Twitter for
Yes.
months.
So now they kind of like
so hard.
yeah. So they were
So
I
hard.
like that they put the kind of like old school like their like history together to this storyline, which is great. And they kind of did the scissor me with all four, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a moment. That was a moment. But yeah, there's a lot of I don't know. Certain players are just doing some weird matches. I'm not sure who's planning these type of matches, but
It's tough, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's weird. I'm just glad that so far they're trying to. I think AEW is just trying to like cover certain bases or close or cut off some ties, so that way the story between him and Jay White or maybe Adam Cole, if
Yeah.
he's the devil, you know what I'm saying, come to a full circle. You know what I'm saying? They just keeping it like.
Because I've seen that thing on Twitter, people be messing with like memes and stuff, but they even put Britt Baker being the devil. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
So, or it could be Warlow. I know Warlow wants next.
Nah,
but I doubt it, like,
that dude was too skinny. That dude was too skinny to be Warlow.
Yeah, so who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like,
who knows? It's like body
but I'm
type,
saying,
my
like,
guy.
but Britt Baker, it could be, I don't know.
Yeah, Britt Baker is an interesting one, but to me, I thought it was simply Jay White.
Yeah.
But I think there was like a cut that the devil showed up while Jay White was still there. So it's like, oh, but then that could just be a video package.
Yeah.
Because like, remember when Mr. McMahon revealed that he was like the director of Author Pain and he died, whatever, but he was like, it was me the whole time. So I could see Jay White pulling that stunt, but I personally believe it's Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole is slowly turning against MJF and trying to take that belt away from him, even though they're tag team champion. And funny to hear that MJF, once again, is doing a handicap match against the Gun Boys.
And he's doing a championship match.
Right.
So he's having 2 matches in a full year.
Working horse. A working horse. But this is the MJF I couldn't believe we were going to get. And I'm not complaining about it. Because at first, it was hard. Like, we had to be very patient with this man to develop to be the person that he is now. Now that he have worked with, experienced people, he already had the mic work, but his ring work is getting fine-tuned throughout the years.
Yeah.
I mean, like, hey, man, it was a journey, but I'm glad that we're here, and I'm glad that I would like to see his upcoming. If he does lose all the belts, let's say he lose all the golds, I would like to see how you build him up again from the fall, because right now he is the highest of the high, but once he fall, what do we do? How do we build him up? Does he become old MJF? Does he become the Retribution MJF? Like, what type of MJF do we get? Who is he going to align with? Is he going to be a goofy person? Is he going to be a badass? Like, so many different directions, and the best part about it is that he is able to do it and do it very well. Like, he did a number with Chris Jericho years ago. That is still memorable. He was the lackey for Cody Rhodes. He did that right. He was the boss man and had Warlow. He plays these roles pretty well. So it's going to be exciting to see him, what he does. I think another match that I wish it wasn't happened, but I get it why it's happened for Full Gear is Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley.
Yeah, number 2.
For the international championship belt. I see why they're doing it.
Correct. Because he kind of like got lucky. He was like, it's kind of, might not by default, but it's like, he wants to have unfinished business with Orange Cassidy, Moxley. But it's just like, fine, whatever. Like, I'm indifferent about it.
I just wish it was not now. You know what I'm saying? I wish Orange Cassidy continued to work with other people like from Japan or like AAA. You know what I'm saying? That to me would be more entertaining. For him to be like, yeah, I beat you, but now it's like John Moxley again. It's like, okay, you don't know what to do with Moxley anymore because the AEW championship is being in one direction. The TNT has another story in that direction. He can't be a tag team partner because they have their story with that belt. And for some reason, he's not going after Samoa Joe, which would have made more sense to me.
Or even like him and Eddie Kingston would be perfect. Him and
Eddie Kingston.
Him for the Ring of Honor. That'd be great.
That would, or the open weight, because he also does work for New Japan. Like, there were other branches to reach, and they went back to the root of him and Orange Cassidy, which is like, damn, bro, like, we could do better. We can be better.
Because there's another one that it's like for Full Gear. I know we'll get to this one the closer we get. I think November 18th for Full Gear. But another one they have announced is Hangman Page versus Swerve. It's a fine match, but it's just like
no title, man. It's just
them two.
Just them two.
And it's just like.
Well, Swerve have been building good video package and trying to build that story. I feel like he's in charge. I feel like he's trying to take control of his narrative and have people be like, yo, Hangman Page is this rotten dude. I like Swerve, what he's doing is justified. Hangman Page, he's the bad guy. Like, blah. And it's like, I like that. But we all know it's about Prince Nana, man.
Yeah,
it's the dance. It's all about that. So I wonder if the whole crowd will be able to like dance along with.
And everybody in the embassy, which is part of what's Swerve, they just won the Trios Championship from the Young Bucks and.
Oh.
Yeah, they just won. Basically, I think they're 2 times or 3 times Ring of Honor Trios champion. So this now Brian Cage got another title. You know, I finally got another one, and the embassy got it. So.
Yeah. And I think Big William himself with Ricky Stark, AEW Tag Team Champions. I forgot to congratulate them. They won that shit. I forgot. Yo, a lot of crazy things have happened in our absence, but other side story that hasn't been too excited. The bloodline with Roman being back. Honestly, it's okay, but I don't think we needed Roman. He needed to come back for the Crown Jewel. I get that part. But in general, I'm like,
and also like
without him, they were fine.
Yeah,
they were so fine. So like, what's your thought?
I feel like the same thing with LA Knight. I feel like when he had the promo, like I was a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, when he had the promo off with LA Knight, I feel like LA Knight kind of like ate him up a little bit, and I like that he gave some, like, not tributes, but he took some quotes from John Cena that was there, some from all promos that he's done. But I feel like it's just Roman's fine. He's a placeholder. Great. He's gonna be the longest champion for everything history books. But I feel like he's not needed at the moment.
But wait, there is reports that he might be out of action after Crown Jewels. So the question is, does he be the longest reigning champion, or does quote they have to strip him off the belt?
I think that'd be
because if you strip him off the belt, he didn't lose.
Correct.
But he didn't continue, and he could resume once he.
But everybody that had the title stripped hasn't continued their reign in time,
because it's a belt that he never lost. So technically, it would be like it was on pause. I got my shit back, and I'm gonna continue. Like, it could be one of those.
But I think he might.
I don't know how technical it is.
I think they might be a little bit more selective, because I think they're trying to get all their ducks in a row, especially with like Alien Knight. Now you have John Cena. John Cena kind of came back to kind of support Alien Knight, and also the writers, behind the scenes writers strike and stuff. And you also have The Rock.
It's the writers strike.
And you also have The Rock in the mix that potentially you could have something. And they're working with the daughter. We saw a couple of episodes back.
Paul Heyman,
the daughter. So, that's a way to kind of connect The Rock and the daughter and the tribal chief. So it's like they're putting everything together, but I really don't miss Roman Reigns. I think he eventually will get to it when we talk about the matches are crown jewel, but it's just like I don't know, it's
He's not a Seth Rollins. Like,
and even Seth Rollins hasn't been like
no,
he's been more active than Roman. At least on
Yes.
TV, but not in matches per se.
but Rollins is beneficial for Raw. He
Correct.
bring life to
Yes.
Raw. Same as Cody Rhodes, main event Jey Uso, which out of the twins, obviously
Yeah.
he's doing great.
Yeah.
Jimmy is more of the jokester.
Yeah.
I mean, funny bits too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm injured, I can't do shit, and then Roman was like, "What do you say? I'm okay. What do you want me to do?"
Yeah.
That was a funny bit. That was
Yeah.
that was comedy, but
Yeah.
he's not taken as seriously as Jey Uso is, because Jey Uso, like, he won a title with Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
which only lasted about, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. But
Like, the time that we were absent, they were champion, and then they lost the belt to Judgment Day after,
Yeah.
Balor and they recover. But I think it's because they were doing the tour, the
Probably
European.
they needed something to
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah, they needed to make sure that Finn was looking good for the people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I get that. But, like, I was surprised Jey Uso,
Yeah.
Cody.
True.
That was a good tag team. Like that Cody Cutter, whatever it was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
That was fly. That was a fly finish. Like, D3 was one of my favorite tag team finish. And then you add the cutter, which is similar to the stunner slash,
Yeah.
DDT, whatever. I that was beautiful for me, man. So let's go. Anything else you want to talk about before we jump into our prediction?
No, the only thing I don't really for news or whatever, but Impact changing basically after
Yes.
their last pay per view, they kind of going back, rebranding themselves to TNA,
TNA.
which is great. I think it's good, and I think and they also did it for like kind of a TV deal, so it's a little bit more marketable. And I think they're keeping. Everybody's talking about them bringing back the 6-sided ring. I think they're gonna keep the 4, because most of the people that have been there, veterans, and the people that have done the 6-sided rings, it is entertaining. It's different, but it's more harder for the body for them. So I think they'll keep the 4-sided ring rather than 6-sided ring. They should bring that for like special events or when they do the X Division matches or whatever. Fine, but like I feel that should be like a kind of like a Hell in a Cell or type of those like gimmicky matches rather than the 6-sided ring. It's entertaining, but it's tough to work on according to the people that been through it.
I understand them, but you got to be different. You got to bring. If you're gonna be TNA, bro, be TNA all the way through. If it's hard on your body, let's not put you on all the matches. You know what I'm saying? But let's start working on new talents. Let's start building them up. Those who never experienced the 6 ring, let them have more fun with it than what the older people have done. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be different. You gotta separate yourself some way. And if it's the 6, I forgot what it's called. A 6
Hexagon.
Is it hexagon? No. Yeah. If it's a hexagon type of shape, let's do it. Let's commit it all the way. If you're gonna change your title from Impact Heavyweight Championship to TNA Championship, let's commit it all the way. Like, instead of wearing black and white for the stripes, let's wear blue and red or blue and white, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? We gotta commit. If you like, that's my thing. So, but if they do use it for a special pay-per-view event, then that's cool. But I like difference.
Yeah.
Let's be different. Stay different. Cool. Let's go into these prediction. So once again, November 4th, this Saturday, in Saudi Arabia, we are going to have Crown Jewels, where it will be airing around 1 p.m. Eastern time. So again, around noonish, you get to watch the pre-show, blah, blah, blah. And here we go. So keep in mind, these matches can be changed. So they're not finalized. Anything could happen.
Correct.
Once again, Sami Zayn will be having a single match in Saudi Arabia, that's fire. Even though what's going out there, you know what I'm saying? our hearts go out to those who lost loved ones and the kids and all. But Sami Zayn for the pre-show has a single match against JD McDonald. Is it McDonald? McDonough.
Yeah.
You see? It's been a while. For a single match, I love the speech that he gave. I think it really, I don't think he was really speaking to Judgment Day. I think he was really speaking to the people. You know what I'm saying? To the world. That we the people, we don't let be run by. We retaliate. We rebel. And it was a beautiful speech. So shout out to Sami Zayn. For that, I believe you will be the winner of your match.
I'm gonna pick JD McDonough. I think he's gonna get help from Judgment Day, and it's gonna kind of one step closer to becoming a member or an accepted ally of Judgment Day. So JD McDonough for the pre-show.
Very well. Another match is for the World Heavyweight Championship match. So this is a Raw. This is going to be between Seth freaking Rollins against Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew has been also signed of being part of Judgment Day. He could be an add-on as well. Or these two matches could be like winner get the final spot of Judgment Day. We don't know. But out of the two, Rollins is supposed to go to record a movie real soon. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure because the strike is now, the strike applies not for the writers anymore, but now it's for the actors for them to get the residual and get credit after they do a film. So that's what the strike is focusing on. So I don't know if he's going to be absent.
And he got an offer. I don't know if he's going to take it or not, but he got an offer from Rhea Ripley about maybe possibly joining the Judgment Day.
So there's three people
he hasn't accepted
going for the fifth spot.
So he hasn't accepted.
God damn.
So
well, my pick is still Seth freaking Rollins. Drew, I love him, but
I think Seth is not 100%. I think he might need some time to recover. So the best way for him to recover is to be the title taken away. So I think Drew McIntyre winning the title against Crown Jewel against Seth.
Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. This is an interesting way to bring all of your heavy hitters into a match. Mm-hmm. This is a fatal five-way for the Women's World Championship belt, which is usually is a Raw Championship. Excuse me, just add a few gas. Mommy Rhea Ripley, the head of the Judgment Day, will be defending her belt against Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez. This is messy. This is very messy.
Fatal 5.
I see big, midi women in this match. I see hitters, MMA fighters.
You got submissions. We got
strikers, submissions, strikers. I bet you with every coin that I have in my piggy bank that they're going to do that whack-ass spot where one is the base, the other one is going to do the suplex, the other one is going to be the pyramid shit again. Mm-hmm. Like, I could see that. That's like... I'm not a big fan of it, guys, but I could see that happening.
Does Mommy retains, or is it?
That's the question.
And the thing is, she could lose a title without being pinned or something.
That's the thing. And the thing is, like, is it the underdog? Are we going to see, like, a NXT Women's Championship match type of, like, it's the underdog? Or is it going to be, like, she retained, like, You know what? Dirty Dom is still a factor, so I'm going to give it to Rhea Ripley. She retained.
I think Rhea Ripley is going to retain as well, but I think the one that's going to get the pin probably is going to be Starks. I think she's the one that could lose and nothing's going to affect her. Everybody else has kind of like built up some momentum out of the other three.
But do you see interference? Because this is a fatal 5, so there's no DQ. Yeah. So anything goes. So I could see Dom definitely pulling legs.
I think there's so many people around, and I don't think he's needed. From my opinion, because he's going to get involved. My opinion, he's going to get involved in a different match. So I think, depending on how the card falls, but I think he's going to be busy with another match, and I think Rhea Ripley kind of wants this done by herself, because there's gonna be a lot of like people. So he might try to distract, but there's three other females that could take on Dominic. You know.
They could take care of him, but I think he's going to do what's needed. I
Okay.
still believe he's going to interfere because he's a simp for mommy,
Right.
and he doesn't want to let go of mommy milk. So I think this is the match that he's going to interfere. I know which match you're talking about. That person got a tag team partner, so I don't think Dom is needed for that match. But for Rhea, I think I think Rhea is going to retain. So Rhea, retain, cool. This is a match. I'm not sure why it's the fourth, but it's whatever. It's Roman Reigns versus LA Knight, for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I love LA Knight. I did not believe I was going to say these words, but I love LA Knight. Since I went to that SmackDown show in Boston, the man can talk, can entertain. He's like 40-something years old. I think 43.
And he also does all the kind of like movement for all the video games.
He did all the move for the video games, the voice for certain people too, especially The Rock, because the cadence is like right there. Like you close your eye, it could be one over the other. But this is not his moment.
Not yet.
This is not it.
They'll find a way. So you think Roman definitely? I think also Roman's gonna win it.
Yeah.
But I think they will try to find a way for either by DQ or some type of sneaky thing, not to mess up the momentum that Elena has, and potentially he could cash in this momentum in a later match or opportunity in the future. So it could be Royal Rumble or the Chamber or WrestleMania or whatever. But even Money in the Bank, who knows? But like I feel like this is the best babyface that they had available besides Cody, that wasn't doing anything or had no kind of title picture or anything.
Yep.
So he would have been, he's the perfect thing, especially for this and now with the popularity. So I wanted LA Knight to win it, but I think Roman's going to, continue his reign. And there's still unfinished business with Cody and The Rock, and there's a lot of big
Loose
money things.
ends. Yeah, loose
they're
ends.
going to be on, but I wouldn't mind seeing maybe potential in the future, IC title or US Championship in the meantime. But if he's going to go for the main title later on.
Yeah, the one person that comes to mind is just Jimmy Uso. I mean, Jay can try to equalize it, but I don't think it will be enough.
Okay.
I feel like the story between LA Knight versus Jay could be in the works because, like, Jay does not have any opponents anymore after Judgment Day. So I could see, a face versus face type of match to see who will become face over.
Yeah.
If that's a thing or a term. But yeah, is Roman Reigns. WrestleMania will be the day that we'll learn if he does lose the title or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But till then,
True.
it's Roman. It's Roman. This matchup, this young man, Logan Paul, demanded, and he got it because Rey Mysterio doesn't say no. As you guys know, Rey Mysterio is the U.S. champion for WWE for the SmackDown division. And yeah, this is a single match. And I don't think a lucky punch is going to help out Logan Paul in this situation. Rey Mysterio still retain the belt.
I think Logan comes out a winner. He becomes the new U.S. champion.
You think he could work weekly and...
I didn't say he's going to work quick. I said he's going to, at Crown Jewel, he will leave Crown Jewel with the U.S. championship. Because Dominic could help him out. Dominic Mysterio. Him and Dominic are friendly. The last episode of Raw or SmackDown. It's a Raw SmackDown. They basically have, they don't like Rey Mysterio. So they're going to work with each other, maybe team up or help each other out. But I think he's going to, it's hard, not crazy to say, but it would be good for the company for Logan to have the U.S. championship.
So, Bad Bunny had the 24/7 belt. If there was another 24/7 belt and Ray had it, and he lose it to Logan Paul, I get it.
Yeah.
Because
you could also have Santos Escobar and him or Ricochet against the U.S. title. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could still build more matches with Logan for the U.S. title than...
I hear you.
Yeah.
But what other non-wrestler or star level have won the belt? That's not like.
I forgot this guy, this actor that won the World Heavyweight Championship. It was part of WCW. He won the.
Are you talking about Dave something?
He won it.
Oh my God!
Did he not?
That episode of
Did he not?
yeah, that episode of Hey EW was so weird too.
So
Yeah, he did have a belt, a replica belt, but I didn't know you was gonna bring that guy up. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, Pat McAfee, did he have a belt?
he probably maybe 24/7 or something, but
Yeah, like I said, if it was a 24/7, absolutely. But we're talking about the U.S. title, and we're gonna give it to Logan Paul.
sorry, David Arquette won the big gold. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the front of RJ City. Yeah.
So and that's the higher tier championship
Yeah,
than
one time.
it has happened.
One time.
But Logan giving good matches with the people that he's worked with. There's other contenders if and when Logan wins, you could have Santos Escobar go against him. You could have another rematch with Ray. You could even have Dominic and him go for the US title. You could have Ricochet. So there's other combinations rather than just Rey Mysterio, which is fine, but it's just like and you're gonna have more eyes in the prize because you'll be like, why like people hating, but like why he's gonna bring more eyes to that championship.
You're not making wrong argument points. Like they're really really good point because I do recall that Logan was trying to have Samantha say his name again. Ricochet came in out of nowhere, whoop his ass.
Yep.
So yeah, I could see that there's something that could work behind, but also that itself could be its own match again without a belt. You know what I'm saying? If it was the North American belt, cool. If it was the Heritage Cup, go for it.
Yeah.
But the U.S. title, my guy, the U.S. title, chacho, man. I wish it was the TV belt that Samoa Joe had. Right. That would have been cool with.
Yeah. But he's gonna. I'm not saying he's gonna be on TV often, but they're gonna make his presence known if and when he wins the title, which I think he will win the title at Crown Jewel.
I bet. So Bray, Cody, cool. Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest, single match, regular match between the two. I could see Cody winning, even with Finn Balor interference. This could be a match that maybe Jay Uso might support, give him backup and stuff. So if any match Jay should show up besides the Roman match, it's this one.
I think Cody wins it as well. I think Cody's too hot. Like it kind of sucks because I was on my way here. I kind of reports that the main event match this week was Damian Priest and Sami Zayn for the main event. And that was the lowest in ratings, which is kind of tough, especially them two. It was the lowest one for the main event for Raw. So
I mean, basketball season is back.
which is tough. They have basketball and they have football, and I think they even had
the World
hockey.
Series. Shout out to the Rangers for winning the World Series titles too.
So it's kind of tough. But I think Cody, he can't keep losing. So I think Cody's going to keep winning the winning streak, and I don't think he will have an opportunity or a moment to cash in yet his Money in the Bank. He will cash it in eventually, but I don't think anytime soon.
No,
maybe Survivor Series, a Chamber, or Royal Rumble, that'd be good.
No, I think we agreed it could be somewhere like WrestleMania. You predicted this back during our summer episode that it could be WrestleMania. It could be the moment for him to cash in, and if he does, great. If he doesn't, because the person I think he should cash it in on, it will be whoever have the belt that Seth Rollins have, which is the heavyweight belt.
Yeah,
I think that's the belt he's going to go for. Nobody's touching the undisputed Universal yet. Nobody is touching that. So, all right, cool.
And
so
I think there's probably one more match. I think.
2 more.
Yeah.
John Cena versus Solo, single match. I think this is for the kids.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, if Solo wins, cool.
Which is great for him.
Hey,
He's not undefeated anymore, so him losing doesn't affect it too much, but it's
nah.
still John Cena.
But if it's Solo,
Yeah.
but if it's John Cena, it's like,
Yeah.
it's for the kids. Kids love John Cena.
True.
Last match, which I was surprised that she returned the way she did, and she's looking fine. And the Montez and Bianca Belair
They have a TV show.
TV show, WWE, Love in WWE. That's what's. We could do better with the title, like, the best EST. Something could have been more
Love and the Bianca Montez. Yeah.
Yeah, Love and Love the bestest. Something more within the vibe or whatever. But yeah, I called it the Miz and Marie's remix. You know what I'm saying, for the culture. So,
But Io Sky,
y'all gonna learn how the black folks get down for real.
Io Sky and Bianca Belair for
Io Sky and Bianca Belair for what's it? It's called the women's WWE Women's Champion, because the other one is the world champion. But yes, the women's champion. I love Bianca. If she gets the belt, that'd be dope. But Io is not losing that easily. Not with Damage Control on her side. Which, surprisingly, as you guys see throughout the years, women's matches start to be more and more and more, which is meaning that Saudi Arabia is being more open-minded about having female wrestlers. So I think this is one of the biggest pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia that have nearly multiple women in a match, in an event. Excuse me. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
But she has Damage Control.
Correct.
Io Sky.
Io Sky as well. I know your girl. There's another my girl, Kyrie Sane. She's in the WWE roster.
Yes.
She's signed, but there's nothing yet in the book. So that'll be interesting. Maybe she gets to the fold of.
Your girl Jade was sitting in her throne in NXT, but she also showed up on Raw, and she also wanted to be in SmackDown. So, what's up with your girl?
I don't know. I think Jade, she could take the NXT, especially with Valkyrie being the NXT champion. She could go through her like nothing. I would have preferred her and Becky, but I think they're making something big for her and Becky. Like
Becky should be her first opponent, and then Asuka. Because Asuka would be, especially if it's NXT, because Asuka has never lost in NXT. So, like, Jade is the one
the first one. Well, at least her win the title or something. Whatever.
Just beat the street.
Yeah.
Because, like, Asuka had that match with Roxanne and won.
It was good, but she wasn't going to lose against Roxanne.
Yeah, but if she loses to Jade in NXT soil, then you'd be like, yo, Jade, you came with vengeance after Becky. So, it's like...
Yeah.
But yeah, Io Sky. And that's all the matches for Crown Jewels. Ladies and germs and binary friends, we want to thank you for sticking through with us through this episode. Let us know your thoughts and what's your pick as well. We appreciate you if you have made it this far in our episode. Please be sure to follow us and support our social media. And any last words before closing?
No, I'm looking forward for I guess this is my first the Comic-Con this weekend. Orange Cassidy.
I thought it was Veteran Weekend.
No, it's this weekend.
The 4th?
Yeah. It's normally the first weekend of November.
Because they're doing Superhero Night on the 12th.
Could be. But yeah. So Orange Cassidy will be coming.
Nice.
Darby Allin. Britt Baker. Who else? Matt Hardy. Dustin Rhodes. So there's a couple of wrestlers.
Oh, Friday the 3rd through the 5th. Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going this weekend, so hopefully
my pockets need to recover because my car repair was too expensive. But
I'm looking forward to Orange Cassidy to meet him. I met Britt Baker before; she was cool, and I met Dustin Rhodes before too.
You met Adam Cole, Keith Lee, Rey Mysterio, Ric Flair,
MJF,
Austin Theory. Before he was a Theory.
I've seen him wrestle, but not a meet and greet. I've met Daddy Ass.
Oh, Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Oh, before he popped.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, years
Scott
before,
Steiner.
before he became Daddy
Yeah.
Ass, like
Yeah.
Billy Gunn ticket booth was like either 20, 30 bucks
Yeah,
for
now
photo.
it's like 60, 80. Yeah.
The
Which
main
is fine.
price went up.
But it was cool. Like, this year, so I hope more come. But Britt Baker wouldn't mind, meeting her again. But the one I'm looking for, Orange Cassidy and Darby, they're going over there. Matt Hardy, I've met a couple of times, but I think this year, the one that I'm kind of looking for is just the Pink Power Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson. She's gonna be there. That's my. But besides that,
Topanga. Team Topanga. That's the real.
but
That was-
there's really besides them, there's like some other pop culture people, but I feel like this is on.
And this is my beef with about the Pink Ranger, right? 2018 or 2019, she was supposed to be there, right?
Right.
Out of nowhere, there were lines after lines after line, and she never showed up.
So
I'm afraid, if she doesn't show up, man, I hope she does for your sake, but if she doesn't, man, that's the only reason. Another reason why she's like in the bottom of my 90s women crush. Because I did have a crush on the Pink Ranger, but she was not above Topanga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Topanga.
yeah, but that's what I'm
Nia
looking for.
Long.
This is not too many. The people that are going and they're not too crazy, but I think this year might be more for like my comic book stuff. I might invest in some, but I know Kevin Eastman, he created Ninja Turtles, gonna be there. So it might be a couple, but I know the Matrix Trinity from the Matrix is gonna be there, and the guy How I Met Your Mother, Mosby, that's his first appearance, the main character of How I Met Your Mother. So there's a couple of pop culture people on Star Trek and stuff, but we'll see.
I was thinking about the people I met, and I remember Sting, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat. I fist pounded Billy Gunn.
You met Lex Luger or no?
I
I
don't
know
think
he's been over most of the time there. Scott Steiner normally goes there. He's going this year too.
Nah.
3D?
Trish Stratus.
Yeah,
I definitely got a photo with Trish Stratus, and I hugged Lita.
Yeah.
That was a highlight. The Trick Daddy.
Yeah, I met Saraya last year. She was cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Same thing with what's her name? Ruby Soho. She was cool.
Well,
And Adam
Ruby is
Cole.
a good one. Ruby is a
Adam
good one.
Cole.
Yep, never forget you got Adam Cole. That
Mick
Moxley.
Foley. He was cool. Moxley was just but Moxley was
Moxley's Moxley.
yeah.
Renee would have been fun. If RG City was coming to Comic Con,
Yeah.
I would definitely would have gone. But he's hard to.
But I'm trying to finish out the collection for My Hero Academia. Most of the villains are coming this year, the voiceover people. So
Nice.
that'll be pretty cool.
Well, there you go. Rhode Island Comic Con this weekend, Saturday noontime. You have the Crown Jewels. Also, Live Pro Wrestling will be doing their show in Warwick on November 12th. If you guys want to get your ticket. So, Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay.
And this Lucito.
We say good night.
Good night.
Buenas noches.
See ya.
Peace.